Hello YouTube, Mochismo Eugene, another video from Exit Strategy. Hope everybody's doing okay today. I've gotten a couple more subscribers, thank you, I appreciate it. Today I want to just switch up a little bit because I know I often go in most of my videos, if not all of them, are seemingly catered and paying tribute to a female narcissist. But I'm a man and I've had experiences most often with female narcissists. But on some occasions there have been interactions with male narcissists. And I'm sure we've all had encounters with both sex, man and female. And so today I'm just going to talk about the male narcissist as it pertains to contractors. And I'll delve into a few other aspects of the male narcissist as I proceed, but particularly the contractor narcissist. These are some of the most unruly, connivingest, no good ass, taking a person's deposit, customers most often, and running and not providing or delivering the services that they've advertised or they've promised. Now, I myself am into the same field. I provide services to customers directly. I'm not a big company, I'm not a big store. I provide services directly to the customer. And actually I try to pride myself in what I say to a customer. I try to deliver just that. And if there's an issue where I can't provide and make good on a promise, on my word, I don't like to say promise, I'll make good on my word. I try to make it known to that customer. Matter of fact, I don't try, I do my best to make it known to them. And that there's something that came up, or there's it's going to be a slight alteration to the initial plans and expected date to be completed with the work. I've gone into several situations where I've had to pretty much, I like to say, just clean up someone else's mess. And by the way, these narcissist contractors, man, they're some of the backbitingest, hating, cutthroatest people on the planet Earth. And this probably happens in all facets of business. If there's a narcissist presence, you know that this is how they move. But back to the contractors, they and it's been my experience from casual observing, they are some of the most arrogant, ungrateful, prideful, egotistical people you would ever want to see on the face of the earth. Now, you talk about wealthy people. I've found that a lot of wealthy people they're pretty low key. I've known some people that have a lot of money. I won't say wealthy. They are very modest. They're very unassuming. The ones we see on the mainstream media, those who are flaunting different things. This is just somebody that has a low self-esteem that just happens to be a celebrity and wealthy. So when we look at that, we can't attribute every wealthy person to having arrogance and being puffed up and cocky and whatnot. So that just boils down to a personality disorder. It has nothing to do with money. But in the particular case I'm talking about, these contractors, some of them make a lot of money, and like I told you, they have acquired a lot of money through their shady, shifty, conniving, manipulative tactics. They've gotten big deposits from customers, and a lot of times these customers tell me they don't even show back up. They come once or twice, they leave all their material and just never come back. And so what they've done is taken an astronomical amount of money from the customer. They go and buy some material And for one reason or another, on top of being a narcissist, for one reason or another, if something happens to throw a monkey wrench into their plan, they abort mission. They never come back to these customers' house, leaving material out in the weather. I just finished a job or a situation where I just had to move dirt around from a driveway because essentially they built a retaining wall. And I would show you pictures of this thing, and you would have to see it to really believe exactly what I'm saying. This thing, it has so many waves in it. I mean, they were not discrete waves. It looked like something my kids probably could have done, having never ever done block work. And myself, I've never really physically done a lot of block work, but I do know how to do a straight line. I do know how to follow a string if I needed to. And I do know the process of putting rebar vertically down into the form, to which they did none of this. They had a string. The string was on the floor, on the ground, and it was cobbed. It was a cob job, and they left a whole pallet of concrete on the floor, on the ground, on top of the pallet, of course, and it had some plastic on top of it. But it looked like it had been sitting out there for probably ever since last year, at least. And anybody knows anything about concrete, even though it's covered, if it sits outside for extending amounts of time, say a year or 6 months even, it can harden just by the air. The air gets into the bags, unless it's indoor at room temperature. And the changes of weather, rain, snow, heat, just different changes of the weather makes it hard. And they left this, so I was able to salvage some of this, and I had went and I purchased what we call a crush run or crushed stone. I think it's called DB7 or limestone dust. It has a combination of stone, lime dust, and concrete mix. And what it does is it gets hard with the air, and when it rains, it gets hard. And when you drive over it, it gets harder over time. And it's a sub base, or it's a base in some of our roads. A lot of our roads, they use this as a base because it doesn't move. It compacts very good. So to get off of just the subject of the concrete itself, this is what the situation was. And I go into a situation like this all the time. I have to come in and I have to listen to a customer tell me this person didn't deliver on what they promised. And in times past, I haven't always completed the things that I've promised or I've told a customer that I would finish. But I would actually go back and tell them what the situation is, and thereby completing it. And this is what a narcissist does in the contracting arena. They take people's money, they manipulate the customer, they come in as sweet as pie, and often they will gaslight the customer, tell them they didn't say what the customer said they said. The customer doesn't have any way to back it up, because this is all part of the ruse anyway. They're going to make sure, the narcissist is going to make sure he doesn't have this documented. And I'm going to tell you the best way to deal with a person, and I'm talking to you guys who are survivors, empaths, and chosen ones, people who have been in relationships with narcissists and you've gotten out of them, and we're trying to heal from that atrocity. And here you are trying to rebuild your life, and you go and you say, wow, I'm going to do the work that needs to be done around my house because this ball and chain I was with, be it the narcissist, male or female, depending on who you were with, now that I got some breathing room, I can really do the things that the narcissist promised me when they were living with me, shacking up with me, living on me free. I can really remodel this room. I can really do the front yard. I can really have trees cut. You name it. And you're in a mode of trying to rebuild your life and your self-esteem. And you go out and you enlist a contractor to come in and beautify your home in one way or another. Now, you've just come out of a very atrocious meat grinding relationship. And so this is the last thing you need, is to be duped out of money, emotional anguish on top of what you've already went through. And so this is something I want you guys to be very aware of, that narcissists, by way of contractors, and this is predominantly men contractors. There are a couple of women contractors I've seen in passing. I haven't acquainted myself with them personally. There was one woman, she did work in the area, and she's quite good. I've seen her work. I had the pleasure to talk to her in the Home Depot, and real kind woman. I think she has a girlfriend, wife, or whatever, and you know, that's that. But the thing is, I really want you guys to be aware of, you can just compartmentalize your abuse to just an intimate partner, and that's a mistake to do that. You have to be open-minded enough to realize that these people come in all races, sexes, all geographical location, all different ethnic backgrounds. They're just not, it's not negated to just one specific type of people. It is the human race in which this disorder belies. And so I really would like for you guys to grasp this in a way that is healthy. Don't allow your guard, in which you've established your boundaries, your yes be yes, your no be no, and standing on it. Don't be bamboozled or swindled by a nice face, a nice presentation. A lot of times with the contractors, when they come in, they are super, super kind. They're not just like generally kind, because what they are already anticipating is, if I can pour it on thick, like they do in a relationship. We all know their gamut they run. This is no different when they're a contractor. They come in all giddy and all attentive, seemingly like they're just listening, attentive to everything rolls off your tongue. And while you're showing them around about the work that needs to be done, they're going to admire or throw fake compliments out. Oh, this is nice. This is, oh, who did this? Did you do this? Wow, this is great. You have a creative skill there. Oh, you have a green thumb. I like your garden. They will dote on everything they believe that will garner them leverage in your, you know what I'm trying to find the word, to gain your trust. It's the same dynamics. It's no different than when they come into an intimate relationship. They are massaging you to the point where you can get so relaxed, and thereby letting a guard down and become comfortable with them. And then when you become comfortable with someone, either an intimate relationship or any other type of interaction, you begin to trust not only them, but everything comes out of their mouth. Some of these contractors, they pull up in trucks with wheels and tires that are probably $8, $9, $10,000 alone. Just the rims, or wheels as you say in the city. Down south we say rims. And you would think just a rim is just a rim. We call them wheels up north, but a wheel tire package, and then a suspension package on top of that, that can go up to the excess of $15,000 easy. And not to mention the trucks are pretty new, like in the 20s, in the year 20s, like 2020, 21, 22. We're talking $60,000 trucks, and it be it a diesel, we talking $70,000. $70,000. You know, my truck's not that expensive. It's a 2013. I bought it specifically for what I for the general purpose of what I needed, and I desired. It holds a lot of tools. It's, you know, just a basic truck, and has manual windows, no power windows or anything. And this is just exactly what I wanted. The AC works good. Um, it's a work truck. Very practical. I could probably own any type of truck I want. At one point, I could probably have gotten one from the car lot, but at this point right now, unemployed by way of the job that I had, I'm working, you know, just a little bit for myself. But point being, this is what you're helping to pay for. You're helping to finance these vehicles that these individuals pull up in. And the narcissist contractor, he will badmouth you, the seemingly modest, practical guy. He will bash you so bad. And what he's counting on, and he's correct. What he's counting on, he's going to be a good talker. He's going to talk a mile a minute, and you're so busy gawking at his clean truck, his brand new nice tools, to which the deposits that they've taken and ran off with. This is what afforded them this type of stuff. And I'm just I'm giving game on all of this stuff because this happens a lot. And this lady or this customer, I just did this stone down for her. I kind of felt bad in a way, but didn't tell her I felt bad. I went on and I did what I had, you know, decided to do, and told her what I could do and accomplish, and I did that for the fee that I had agreed with her to do it for. And additionally, she had some trash in the back, just, you know, just wood and debris. And after the job I did, I just throw it in my dump trailer. It was an empty dump trailer, so I said, what the hell, I'll just throw it in there. And she was appreciative of it, you know, she noticed right away. And I went through a neighbor of mine to get this particular project. And he asked me if I could do it, and I did it, and everything was a success. I actually finished this evening, went back in just to do some tamping with a power tamper. I try to use power tools as much as I can, because getting older, I don't really like to do the physical work, and I shouldn't have to. Smart person really wouldn't do it that way, the manual stuff. It can be a little more costly to me, the contractor, but you sort of like leave room to accommodate that both on the side of the customer and the contractor without breaking the bank. And so I'm fair, I believe. I think I'm a little more than fair with a lot of my customers, but I feel good about the fact that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I do what I've agreed to do on a modest scale. I'm not trying to do anything super crazy. I just want to make sure I deliver on what I promise, and that way, you know, in the future, people tend to ask around, and when they ask around and they can, you know, hear that, oh, at least he did this, he completed it. And a lot of people, they just want their job done. They're not looking for A plus. They want you to show up and don't run off with their money. So you get the point. Be weary and leery of these contractors, because they will actually solicit most, if not all, of the, you know, the money for the job, and they gain your trust, and lo and behold, you give them big chunks of money and they run off with it. And some of them are still practicing their they're practicing their business right here in the city in which they did the dirty deed, and with no shame. And that's a narcissist for sure. They can walk in Walmart owing you a job and not rendered the services, and you, not knowing that they're a narcissist, you're almost run and hide from them because of your embarrassment. You're running from them and they owe you money. Because guess what? They have already gained leverage over you because they over talk you, they yell and get emotionally stern with you until it intimidates you. You back off. But they pick the people particularly they can do that with. They know your temperament and they know your disposition when they meet you. I've had customers yell and scream and go off on the deep end with me, and it could have been, looking back, a couple could have been a narcissist. I didn't have time to think about it, but point being, I've quelled the situation. I've quelled any escalation, and that does that that does wonders to the narcissist when they can't get you out of character. That is just as worse as being silent. When you speak back to them in a calm fashion, giving them that eye contact, because they cannot look you in the eye when you're calm. They can only look you in the eye when you're discombobulated and you're uptight and you're angry and raging and losing your mind. They are calm as a cucumber. So keep this stuff in mind, guys. Always be aware of the fact that narcissists come in all different shapes, form, and fashion. They are everywhere in all facets of life. And so I felt like this video was very pertinent to the things we don't often think about. I mean, you may even know a contractor that has done excellent work for other people and has been recommended to you by someone you believe is trustworthy. That's okay. The narcissist does convince some of their clients that they are impeccable in what they do. But that customer may in fact probably has paid them 3 times what they were worth. And so to the point, and they may have liked that customer. If they like you and you got a nice little chalet or a nice layout, they'll spend 2-3 months on a 1-week project just to hang out because they need that particular client as a friend, because they're going to use that client as a stepping stone to which any healthy person would probably do a good job in respects of wanting their name to be put out there. But with a narcissist, they go over and beyond, only for the express reason that they know is going to be some residuals, instant residual. This is money in the bank for them. They're investing in you. They're depositing their seemingly good nature, good work ethic on 1 or 2 particular people specifically and strategically, because they know that you are the one that's going to make their name successful. No other reason. They're not doing a great job because they stand behind their work. They're pretty much doing their self a favor by making that particular house or project a model for what they want people to perceive that they are all about. If that makes any sense. They're going to put nice, pretty colors, lipstick on that pig, to the point everybody's going to want their pig decorated. So bear that in mind, guys. Have a good night. Bless.